is how you look through other people's eyes. I don't know. Why is it so quiet? It's like so quiet and it's psyching me out. I just went outside to the grocery store, to the main grocery store. And it's Sunday, so it's only open like 3 hours, and there was a lot of people there. And I was listening to music because I started listening to music whenever I go outside again. Cause I like stopped doing that for a while because I thought it was making me like more nervous. Because I think it was, because it was disconnecting me from everything. But sometimes it's good, and I guess sometimes it isn't, and it's hard to know when. And it's so quiet in here. It's like freaking me out. All I can hear is myself talk. I downloaded Toon Boom Animation Studio. I don't know how to use it. I'm just going to hope that they have a flip note option type thing, and then use that. Like I didn't go to, like I don't have a degree in animation and could probably figure out. It's like I don't want to figure that shit out. I just want to animate head on and hope for the best. Look at this fake cheese I put in here. It's one slice. It looks like so much. But I'm like, what should I animate? You know, it's like a little 15-second thing, but my brain is dead. Whenever I woke up, I tried to draw a little comic off my dream, or like a small part, like the little end part of my dream. And my pen ran out while I was doing it, and for some reason that was so discouraging. It's like my fucking fine liner ink pen ran out. I only had like 3 days. Why do fine liners run out like so fucking fast? It's terrible, and they're so expensive too. It's not like a rollerball ballpoint pen, you know. It's like ink fine liner, which are way better. I also lost my lip liner, which is like the only makeup I consistently wear. Pissing me off. I don't know where the hell it is. And my sleep mask is missing. What the fuck? I mean, I don't think I could sleep with that thing on anyway. I think whenever I start falling asleep, I end up taking it off because it's like keeping me awake. I wore this once in front of family and my mom yelled at me. I don't think it's that crude. I don't think it's that crude. I've seen worse things on shirts at the grocery store. I'm sorry. I don't really like crass humor or anything, but I think this shirt's pretty tame. I like that it's purple. That sounds... I like it's purple. I like it has a little design on it of dice. I think it's cute. I don't know. I'm sorry. If it says something about farts or shit, then I would agree. That's disgusting. Blow me for luck. I keep looking around because I'm nervous. Someone's downstairs and they're just sitting in silence, and it's psyching me out. Because why are you sitting downstairs in silence? In the room below me. Are they listening to me talk? They're just sitting in there with no phone, no TV. So it's like whenever I'm talking, I'm thinking about what they're thinking about me talking. You understand? It's like I'm in their mind right now. Look at my handshake. What if I lift something? Can you see it shake? Why am I shaking? Let's do a little sketchbook tour of all the like shitty little drawings. I have so many shitty drawings because I just can't draw. Like whenever. Okay, so there's a sketchbook I had. It was my favorite sketchbook I've ever done. I don't have it anymore. I had to throw it out at the airport. But I done a sketchbook tour of it. Thank God. That is on this channel, I think. So whenever I was drawing in that was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago maybe, whenever I did it. I feel like that was my peak in terms of drawing ability. And now it's like I can't do anything without like sitting in silence and thinking really, really hard about what my inspiration is and what I want. And I keep thinking, like, if I don't draw like realistic, no one's gonna respect me. But at the same time, I don't like realistic drawings. I like drawing cartoons, but whenever I draw cartoons, I hate myself because it looks like a kid done it. But you can do cartoons in a good way. There's a cartoonist. Whenever I was reviewing Jammers, I have my notes from that in front of me. There was Nick Cross. Is that the guy? Nick Cross. From that, whenever I was looking into that, he's one of those styles that I think is really great. Nick Cross. John K. Separating the art from the artist of John Chris Falusi has a really great blog. Think about cartoons and cartoon drawing and stuff. And yeah, he created, directed, wrote for, character designed, Ren and Stimpy, and was famously terrible on his crew, terrible on his workforce, on the people working for him. In fact, whenever he left, they made a cartoon about it, about how terrible he was. And he dated a 14-year-old. Paraded her around the Nickelodeon studios. Yeah, Nickelodeon is responsible for that. And him, of course. But he worked at Nickelodeon and was doing that shit and no one fired him. I don't remember why he left. I keep like, I want to do something like Aeon Flux. But she's just like watching TV and then going to the grocery store. And I was looking at like, well, not looking yet, but I was thinking about like fight sequences. And remember Ruby from Rooster Teeth? I remember whenever that fucking released. I'm watching it and I thought it looked really shitty, and I still do to this day, but one, I think the soundtrack, I thought the soundtrack was awesome. I had them songs downloaded on my phone, because I download music on my phone, because I didn't have data back then. And even if I did, I wouldn't use it to listen to music. I feel like that's stupid. Just download your music. Just download your fucking music on your phone. It's not difficult. Actually, the phone I have now, I think it is difficult. No, I could just look up the fucking downloading sites on my phone. Because the way I did it with my other I have an older phone that I basically just use as an MP3 player. Yeah, it's this one. This little like Motorola piece of shit. I know it's a piece of shit because this was like, I got 2 of them. And you can only download like 2 apps on it. And you can never update those apps or download anything else, and you could only have maybe 10 photos stored on it. And the camera's really, really shit. And I had those cameras in like I had those phones in like 2015, whenever everyone else had like really, really good iPhones and stuff. And I was like, how the fuck are you doing this? And I remember being in tech and being like 18 with those phones. And the phone I'm using now, the phone I've had for like 4 to 5 years that I record on and I record on and I edit all my videos on, and I've had for 4 to 5 years and it still works perfectly. I mean, screen is all cracked, but that doesn't matter. It has fucking Netflix and Disney Plus on it. Actually, I think I deleted Disney Plus, but it also has that Animal Crossing app on it, and like a bunch of games, a bunch of shit, it's got like a billion fucking photos and videos on it, and it still works perfectly. It was like it was such a fucking step up having that shitty little phone, and then I get a fucking phone that actually fucking works. It's like, hello, welcome to the modern age. And I'm pretty sure, I remember whenever a fucking Domino's opened up in this town, and in the same like week, we got like new sofas downstairs with like recliners and like a cup holder. I remember sitting watching, and we got Netflix. It was like the first time I actually watched Netflix instead of pirating stuff. I remember, and a smart TV. It was a smart TV with Netflix. I remember sitting in the living room in these fucking recliner chairs with a fucking cup holder. Eating Domino's and watching Netflix. Like, it's the fucking future. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. Well, like an upgrade to my shitty life like a week ago. I've never had Domino's before. And I mean, the novelty wore off in like a week, and it's like really shitty and overpriced, but it was really good at the start. I'm just like everybody else. So this is a dream. I try to do a really terrible little thing. Is that even visible? Yeah, it is. It's like you can see the total lack of. I mean, the pages on here are kind of good, but I was just copying. And then these two are original, and you can see how they look worse than everything else. It's like I can look at Mickey Mouse, and I can see visually he's 3 heads tall, and so I just know how to draw him, and I don't have to copy every line. I kind of get it just looking at him. But then whenever I try to draw my own shit, it's like so much goes wrong. And this isn't like a new problem, like it keeps becoming a problem. And it's like as soon as I think I know what I'm doing, I doubt it, and then everything goes wrong. Like, what the fuck is that? Ugh, I don't even want to show this. I'm just like keep trying like new stuff. Thinking a new technique will help me. And then here I was like, why don't I just go back to how I naturally draw? I mean, ignore that, because sometimes you just do bad character design because it's like a first draft, okay? So like, but like she's kind of okay. She's kind of okay. And these are cute. All I can draw is these babies. Real adults aren't 5 heads tall, okay? Real adults aren't 5 heads tall, they're like 9. And then also, actually, I'm gonna put the bad ones over here and then like burn them. Terrible. And then I'm only gonna focus on the ones I think are okay. So it was like, okay, so how do I draw a stylized character that's like 9 heads tall? And no matter how you do it, it always just looks bad because it's in between cartoon and real, so it just looks like you done realism wrong. But It's like, how does Aeon Flux do it? How does all anime ever do it? How does Peter Chung, that's his name, the Aeon Flux guy, how does Peter Chung do it? I'm sorry, I hate these. The women, because I was like, I'm gonna draw them tiny and like cute or 3 heads tall, but it looks bad, I feel like, in my opinion. This especially, because it's like a mixture between like a BB, but she's got like, she's wearing like a swimsuit. It's gross. I knew where the line was. Well, now I know where the line is. You can't make an adult person 3 heads tall and still give them like detailed bodies. This is okay, I guess. Look, it's a cute baby, not a monster disaster. This is me trying to do the stylized full person. I felt like they were very flat because I was trying not to use circles. I was trying to get more points because I feel like I want everything to have a slight edge to it. So I focus more on like, the way the rib cage comes in and stuff, and still simplifying it, because you make things look good by simplifying it. That's why anime looks the way it does, and you don't draw noses in anime, because it's cuter if you just imply there's a nose there. The more detail you take away, the more appealing it looks. But I like to draw noses like that because it's very cartoony. It's like what's the fucking, it's like the mix of like a Klasky Tupo style and Flapjack, that's what it's called. Because the Flapjack characters all had noses like that, and then also like John K inspired. A lot of talk about pedophilia today. Because like these both suck, and then I was like, well, now I kind of know what I'm doing. When I just like redraw it again, and this guy looks normal. See what I mean? She's me. She's like literally me. I mean, this is the full person again, not like cartoonified. But a real person has so much leg. It's like, how do you fit in all that leg? This is gross. This is gross. The 3 to 4 head tall ones are gross. I think you really need to go with like 5. Or not 5. Yeah, 5. Because then you got 2 circles for the midsection, then 2 circles for the legs. And the legs are still shorter than they usually would be. Wait, well, she's 1, 2, 3, 4. She's 4.5. And this one's, I think, also 4.5, but she looks weird to me. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's fine. He's 3 and it's gross. This one's also 3 and it's gross. There's Miley. None of them are in really like dynamic or interesting poses either. It's just like, I'm gonna keep drawing people standing around until I like a design that I done. I'm gonna keep just drawing people standing in line until I like standing around until I like the design. And they're all gonna be naked because I'm trying to figure out the body. These cute babies. That one's not cute. I was trying something different with the eyes and it made it too like gross. But this one with like the simpler eyes works a lot better. because there's less detail. A little dog. This one's folded up, so it must be really shit. I'm gonna open an energy drink. Tiger. Pyre is back. That's such a good fucking design. I love little designs on artificial, like the most artificial food ever. I dropped this and a little girl picked it up. I dropped it like right beside her. I felt really bad about it. You know, whenever you're like a little kid like stares at you, she was reaching for something in front of me. I stepped back. And whenever she like got the thing, she was like afterwards she kind of like turned around and stared at me a little bit, because kids kind of stare sometimes. And then I dropped the can and she picked it up for me and I was like, oh, thank you. I was like trying to smile for her. And then I was like, I was going to get 2 things of cheese, but I already had 1. And after that happened, I just walked away. I was like, I felt really awkward. Can for me. She's a little kid. She shouldn't have to have done that. What? But I dropped it. Like, it could have dropped on her foot. I was really concerned that it could have dropped on her foot. She was like right there and it fell. And I didn't even like, my hands were full. And I was like, oh my god, it's gonna hit this poor little girl's foot. How much caffeine is in this? 32 milligrams for 100. 32 times 2 is 64. In case you didn't know. And half of 32 is, I don't know, like 16. Hang on, let me go back. What? 16. 32. 60. 64 plus 16. 64 plus 16 is 80. If that's wrong, don't bully me. So this is 80 milliliters of caffeine. That's not that much. Monster has like 200. I think. But I guess it's double the size of this. It tastes kind of like Red Bull. They all taste like Red Bull. Red Bull's gross. I was looking at that DC guy, I forget his name. If you're in the comics, you probably know his name, and I can't remember it. I was looking at the way he draws proportions, and surprise, surprise, I can't draw proportions like he draws proportions. I literally copied one of his drawings. And it's wrong. This is another one of his drawings. And it's wrong. It's just slightly off. But what's wrong about it? I couldn't tell you. Okay. So, she has real human proportions, but I really think that's the wrong way to go. Real human proportions again. I don't know what that... I draw a lot of poses. I'm going to show you the drawing from reference book. Remember, I was drawing a bunch of poses from reference, from real life. I do that like every day, all the time. So why, whenever I draw from my mind, it's shit like this? And I do all the techniques too. It's like you look at the pose, and then you like look away from the pose whenever you're focusing on your drawing. You don't like move your eyes back and forth really fast, because then you don't retain any of it. You also like look at yourself in the mirror and stuff. I stole the pose, but it's my character design. It looks really flat. I really wish it wasn't so flat. It looks like she's literally cut out like 2D whenever she moves. I need like a professional to like look over. Why does it look 2D? Why does it look 2D whenever I have detail on like the ribcage, I guess because it's this bit of the ribcage just kind of goes down instead of like an angle it's meant to be. And then the hips especially, your hips are a bowl, and that's just 2 points. There's no bowl shape around the hips. It's just flat. That's a square. Hang on, let me draw over this. The way she's shaped doesn't even make sense. So this rib cage is pointing. But the stomach is pointing the other way. Or it'll be this Batman. Okay, just draw like the stomach. And then there's also a line here that should be missing. See the line of her leg, the way it goes all the way up to the hip bone? I added a little bit of depth, but I can't do more than that with this drawing. Let's go to the shitty pile or the okay. I guess this goes to the okay pile because I could look at that again and then use that as like a jumping off point for another character design, even though I said that drawing full body kind of isn't the way to go. Trash pile. Hello, trash pile. What the fuck is happening here? Okay, so I really thought I had a grip on the full length human character proportions, but I don't know what's happening here. Are they too wide? Let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I just didn't do the feet. The legs should be like 1 millimeter longer, and there should be feet. I guess that's why they look so weird compared to like this one. But I think her legs are too long. This is such like confusing. It's such confusing. Yeah, these are like no thought, head empty kind of drawings. There's no skill being displayed, no artistry, just kind of lines. It's just kind of lines. Oh, I think I already showed this one. This one was with an ink pen. And I got the... Remember I said I got the light board? And I drew this in pencil and then I went over it with an ink pen, which I think... made it look slightly better, more detailed and refined and stuff. How tall are they? Hang on, how tall are they? Serious question. Oh, I done dots. 1, 2. Okay, normal size. These are normal size people. But I still feel like that's too much leg on a person. I know half your body is literally leg, but I feel like I should go more towards the cartoony style. And then whenever I try to go full Disney Looney Tunes with whenever they do I have a collage. I used to make these collages of I would watch Looney Tunes cartoons and I would make a collage of like every human that they ever had in the show, like pre like the 60s, whenever they started getting like flat designs. I'm like out of breath because I drank that energy drink and it's like, do you hear that? It's doing something to my ribcage. Yeah. Anyway, so Elmer Fudd is like 2 or 3 heads tall and he's these tiny little limbs because he's funny. I don't want to go full like Cartoon Network with it. You know what I mean? I guess people call it the Cal Art style. I had this like I really need to share this. I was in the shower, and I was thinking about like an animated bit, an animated short, where someone is in like a prison camp, but they're in a prison camp, and there were a lot of artists that were imprisoned that were drawing what they saw. They were drawing and painting their surroundings and the people who were there, and they sent these little drawings home that documented their suffering. And I was thinking about making an animated short called Cal Arts Style, and it's that, but the guy can only draw in a Cal Arts style, which it's not a real thing, but you know, the people made a big thing about it, so about that like style. Everyone goes there, has a style. Even though if you look at their work before they like done a mainstream thing, if you look at the work of the people who, if even like Rebecca Sugar, right? She designed Steven Universe. And people always put that in there, but if you look at her work before Steven Universe, and even look at the Steven Universe pilot, you'll see that like she went to Cal Arts, and what she does is very, very different. And the guy who done Gumball, what he done before, his original designs for Gumball look very, very different. I don't know who's actually making their designs look like that, but I imagine it's like a producer. I don't think the artists are to blame. Anyway, so this guy in the prison camp, he can only draw in a Cal Art style. So we're looking at this like horrific, like not horrific, we're just seeing these people imprisoned. And he spends a long time drawing what he sees, and then the camera like pans down, and he's just drawing like these people sitting around him, but he's just drawing Gumball. Because all he can do is draw in his Cal Art style. You think it's going to be like a master. So this guy went to Cal Arts, and you think what he's drawing is going to be a masterpiece, but the camera pans down and he's just drawing Gumball. There's a fellow prisoner sitting in front of him who he's drawing, but on his page is just literally, it's Gumball Watterson wearing like prison clothes. Is that funny? Is that funny? I don't know why my mind conjured that up. There's like, I had to stop and reflect on it. I'm never gonna make that, but I do think it's funny. I do think it's funny, and I think if someone else made it, I would probably laugh at it. But I see it being designed with like really intricate, like watercolor backgrounds and stuff. And I'm not gonna draw the Holocaust for entertainment. I feel like that's a really fucked up thing to do. But if any other artist wants to do that, then you can have my idea and credit me. So this is like a character. She's basically wearing my fucking outfit that I'm wearing right now. Look at her cute little top. I wanted a little top like this, and I bought one, but it's unflattering on me. The color and everything. I drew that when I was drunk. What does it even say? Pray for his death with understanding. It's a bunch of women praying for a guy's death. With understanding and love. He has to be put out of his misery for the good of everyone else. You know a person. Wait, does this go in the trash pile? Does this go in the trash pile? Why do we have Rose Lalonde over here? Rose Lalonde, but she's a self-insert. It looks like, Gandhi Tartakovsky style. I drew that with a reference, but I tried to use cartoonish proportions. And it came out looking Gandhi Tartakovsky style, and I was like, I'm gonna try to do that again. And I totally failed. But this one looks cool, you know? But I don't know why she looks cool and she doesn't, and also she doesn't, because they have the exact same proportions and stuff. And they're all from a reference. But she just looks better. Her head and everything looks better. was trying to use those same proportions and the same character design to draw more people, and I just was not working on it. A lot of characters with varying sizes and styles. 2 heads, 3 heads, 4 heads, 8 heads. Tall, because that's how you measure height. Just trying to see what's working. I don't think any of it's working. I really don't think any of it's working. This is a storyboard. Did I show these? I feel like I showed these. This is a storyboard for I was gonna animate this. I actually forgot this existed. I did it like last week and I forgot it existed. I know you can't tell what's happening, but it's okay. Does this clear it up? Does that clear it up for you? Oh fuck, you know, I totally could. It's like, oh, I have no ideas, and it's like, just last week you had an idea, why don't you just use that, idiot? Why don't you just use that, idiot, instead of sitting there feeling sorry for yourself? You already have ideas. Did you already written down? I'm gonna give you time to look at it. I had to stop the video because I was worried. I accidentally recorded like my last 2 videos in super like high quality, and then the video editor I used couldn't deal with the footage because it was too high quality and the rendering was taking a really long time and stuff. I put it back to HD instead of like the whatever it was before. It was like too much, and that's why it looks really low quality, because I had to like put it through the video editor and like render it as a 1080p video so the video editor could handle it, and then like put it back in and use that footage to edit. But then whenever you export that again, it gets really fucked up. So that's why it's like 240p. Anyway, it's too low quality. These are with reference. I like her sitting there. I feel like that looks okay. This one. Doesn't she look okay? Whenever you start weightlifting and stuff, how long until it like shows up on your body? I'm on like week 2. I feel like there is a difference, but also I've accidentally been I'm trying to get a like skinny, lean build with muscle. You know what I mean? Like a vampire. I want to look like a fucking vampire. I want to be like lean with like 0% body fat, but with like noticeable muscle, like big muscle, but like still like lean, if that makes, which is easy for a woman. But it's the building muscle part that's like, I accidentally ate in a calorie surplus for like, let's just show off my fucking muscle. I hit the fat on my arms because it makes the muscle look gross. Also the fact that my skin is like red and dry Because I have keratosis pull. It actually doesn't even look that bad in real life. Why does it look so red on camera? Like, you see that tiny little bulge? That wasn't there like last week. You know what I mean? My arms are gross. Why are you so negative? I don't know, I'm just a negative person, but I'm not like outwardly negative. Except for everything I say and do. Except for everything I say and do. Okay? That's why I have these eye bags. Anyway, I accidentally had a calorie surplus for like 2 days in a row. And today I feel like absolute like doo-doo shit. Because my stomach, I feel like even if I eat like, it was 2,000 calories. For 2 days in a row I had 2,000 calories. Which is way too much. Okay? And I can just like feel extra fat on my hips. People say that's impossible, you can't gain weight that fast. I'm telling you, there's extra fat on my hips whenever I put my arms down straight. I can feel stuff there that shouldn't be there. Maybe it's bloating in my stomach, I don't know, but I hate it. Anyway, these are all with reference. The first two are shitty. I feel like this one looks really good. Because it's very like stylized. And then this one's terrible because I used a different technique and I don't even remember what. I just remember doing something different. These are all from Pinterest reference. I'm pretty sure I've showed these before, but there's a lot in here that I haven't. And we're gonna get to them in like 2 pages. This one could have leaned more. The actual reference was more leaning. Or like, it wasn't, but I could have shifted the weight more and exaggerated the pose. Focus. I never thought it would be so simple, but in terms of like animating, I could literally just take like one of these poses, like this girl reading a book, and just draw her putting the book down. Like, it's that fucking simple, but I'm like, no, it has to be something very specific that I feel in the moment. And then whenever I get bored with the premise, I drop it and I move on to something else and I never finish the draft. It has to be that way. I can't just go to something I've previously done and do some shit with that. I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing with this one wrong with this one, and I think it was like the angle, because we're looking slightly like downward and shifted, so I drew it twice and I don't like either. This one has no creativity behind it at all. Hey, can you just draw the image that you see? Can you just draw the image that you see? And then these ones I done recently, because whenever I was doing these other drawings I thought was real shitty, I was like, I need to go back and draw from reference, but do them like really fast to train my mind. I know you've been doing this already like 10 years. Can you do it? Can you maybe learn something? Can you maybe actually learn how to draw? I know it's been 10 years, but maybe today you need to actually fucking step your game up. Anyway, this is what I shout out. They're not, I didn't measure them out with heads. I just drew them because I thought that the dot method, I trace like a semicircle around the head, dot on top of the head, I trace the semicircle, dot, trace the semicircle that's like the same size, because I use the like memory of the movement with my pen to kind of draw out these invisible circles that are the same size as the head, and I draw dot, 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 dot to like count on. You can see I did it here. You can see the dots. Dot, and there's a dot in your torso. But I thought that method was like holding me back. Also, these are with Sharpie. The other ones were done with a pencil and then done over with a pen. These ones are done with Sharpie. He just looks so flat. Like, this just looks so fucking flat. All of it. It's so flat. Like 2D on the page. Yeah, and that's everything. And then there's some people on the back I tried to draw without a reference a while ago. And they all kind of also like suck. We got some like Adult Swim looking character. Okay, so let's review what was good. You know what? I couldn't tell you. This was cute. She's sitting there. She's like, this is fun. This is fun. In the eyeball's floating over the. I know you can't tell what's happening. They're in the eyeball. They're in their own eyeball, and it's like floating over the curb. And the road in front of them kind of like, it's like, you know, like layered the way it is, and then it all like flattens out and goes around them whenever they're like, it's like psychedelic stuff. Wow, that's fine. These are fine. I wouldn't use this design personally. Something about it. It's too clean. It's too inconsistent between the way it is and stuff. Yeah. What else is good? What's over here that's okay? I never thought it would be so simple, but if you open up your mind, it's gonna take some time to realign. This is in the okay pile, but I don't personally think it's okay. I just think maybe there's some designs here that I could use in the future, like this. Whatever's going on here is, I don't know, fine. This is boring. It's like, what's the height and shape of body that you can get the most dynamic shapes with? This, it's like if I wanted to draw it without having to measure shit out, I just wanted to use like line direction and shapes, like if I wanted to like make the body different shapes and exaggerate it and stuff, which version would I use? And that's why I do all this with like the different proportions. I think this is too limited down here. It looks like If you've read the Umbrella Academy comics, it looks like the character designs they use in that. I think that's Gabriel Bay kind of style, which I love personally. It's got that like Dark Horse. Who's that other guy? Who's the Hellboy guy? I'm sorry, I'm scratching my head. Who's the Hellboy guy? Did he like do his own thing and then Dark Horse told all of their other comic artists just kind of draw like that, because we have like a style to uphold, and then they all kind of draw on it like Dark Horse style. Have you seen oh my god, what the fuck is it called? Screw on Head, the amazing Screw on Head. I'm blown away with how that looks all the fucking time. The amazing Screw on Head. It just looks really good. You should watch it. I don't know where you can watch it. I don't even remember where I watched it. It was like 10 years ago, but the imagery never left my mind. It just blows me away. It's a field pilot. They never made the show. It looks so fucking good. They really nailed it, turning that into animation. And I read the Umbrella Academy comics, which is also Dark Horse. Wait a minute, is it? Yeah, it is. I doubted myself for a second. Which is also Dark Horse, and they use kind of like a similar, it's more like fluid style. It basically is kind of like this. They just kind of draw like the shape of a person. And it's like wherever the proportions are, they are. And it looks great in color, especially whenever it's in color and everything's kind of like, I don't know, if you like comics, get Umbrella Academy. They have really great like title pages with like big spreads. I feel like that's was kind of like influential on me, because I read it when I was like really young. And then that shitty ass Netflix show came out, which I love, but I also hate and despise. I love it and I hate it and I despise it. I remember being so excited for that show coming out, and then I watched the first episode and I'm like, is it going to get better than this? Is it going to get better than this? The comic is really good, and is it going to get better than this? It's like incredibly inconsistent. This isn't a fucking review of Umbrella Academy Netflix. A lot of people already talked about it, but I really feel like they didn't talk about it enough. I feel like the ending of the show, which it doesn't happen in the comics, it's like their own written. There's a lot of stuff that was written just for the show, because it's its own thing. I feel like the ending of the show was like self-aware. It was like, this isn't working. We just have to delete ourselves from existence. And the shit show that we were. And I feel like I was kind of like self-aware on the writer's part. I don't know. I don't know. Whenever I was doing that, like my favorite sketchbook, where in my mind I was like at my peak, I think I had like a Pinterest. Oh, I still have it. I just have a Pinterest board with good art on it, and when I woke up in the morning, I would just look at it. I would just look at the good art, and then it would be in my brain for the rest of the day. And then whenever I would see stuff, the good art, the good illustrations I saw that morning were still like in my head and influencing how my mind was working, and so it was easy to draw in a way that looked good. It was like mind controlling myself, manipulating myself to do it. It's like whenever you're like on like or you're like trying to exercise or like be on a diet or something, I like to make GIFs of just like a bunch of images flashing in front of my face. Like I have a problem with eating junk food, so I made this like healthy eating GIF that I sometimes watch, and then I'm like, you know what, yeah, I do want a boiled egg. it works. It's a really good method. I've never heard somebody recommend making a GIF to motivate yourself. They say like make a mood board, make a GIF. Put all the images, you have the technology in your phone, get all the images you need that are like aesthetic and pretty, and make the thing that you want, make it look good, and then just pick a speed that you can like comprehend what you're looking at, and then just do it. I made one for like vampire maxing. I made one for vampire maxing, and I made one for healthy eating. And I'm so excited to be able to fucking flash them on screen right now. Maybe I should make one for good art. Maybe that would be. And you know, I have all of those collages of Looney Tunes art and Disney art and good character design and stuff. I have screenshots from The Simpsons because I like the color palette that they used in the earlier seasons, like season 1, season 2. It was really vibrant, and then they stopped being that vibrant. Like the sky in the show used to be like purple and orange, and now it's just blue. Isn't that so boring? This is a cartoon. This is a cartoon, and they're like, I'm gonna make this guy blue. I'm gonna make this guy blue, and I'm gonna make. Also, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but back whenever The Simpsons was being animated by Klasky Csupo, I think they were getting really creative with the movement, and I think they were doing really good things. And I think whenever you stick to the model so fucking strictly, like with modern cartoons, and it looks like it's hand animated, but it looks like it's fucking rigged. It looks like rigged animation that a robot done. I think it looks shitty and it's boring to look at. And there's always close-ups in Family Guy and in The Simpsons. Whenever it cuts to like, whenever a character is talking, there's just a close-up. Like we're watching a live action sitcom or something. It's a close-up to the person's head, upper torso and head in the background. Whoever is like storyboarding, I hate it. Why? Stop making cartoons like, especially like The Simpsons. It's meant to be more fluid than that, in my opinion. I think the best episode of The Simpsons is Moaning Lisa. I think that's a piece of feminist media, and it was written by like 3 men, which blew my mind because I thought there has to be a woman who wrote this, right? No, it's 3 men, and they made the best fucking like that episode on its own. Moaning Lisa, that's like a masterpiece. That's like a short film. If you don't watch the fucking Simpsons, watch Moaning Lisa and like nothing else. It's so fucking good. It's in like season 1 or season 2. Oh my god, so emotional. My lips got so dry in the course of sitting here. I miss my lip liner because there's only color on the inside of the lip, so it looks like small and like more uneven. That's why I like to wear fucking. I put on the lip liner and then like the powder and then the lip gloss on top. Not gloss, the lip balm. Lip balm on top. And then it stays like that for like hours. But I fucking lost it, so there's no definition. I mean, what else went wrong this week? I bought a pack of 2 new toothbrushes, and they're both way softer. It says medium on it. Bitch, that's not medium. It's like way too soft. It doesn't feel like it's cleaning my teeth. And they were 99p for 2 toothbrushes. Maybe I should just buy a 3rd toothbrush. It's right here, actually. Look, medium. I never thought it would be so simple, but I found a way. I want to animate a dog taking a shit. Like right now, like right this second. Yeah. Yeah, you know that little dog design I had in here somewhere? Nothing, he's just yelling fuck. Because I couldn't think of something that would happen. It was like, what if he like drops his like sandwich? But then in my mind, I'm like, there's so many worse things going on in the world. But then it's also like, I don't want to depict those worst things. This is meant to be funny. But then it's also like, he drops his sandwich? Is that even relatable? Is that even a thing? That he would like kick God in the nuts for? It has to be more visceral. It has to be more emotional than that. Like maybe someone else dies. And that's the inciting incident. It's only like 5 seconds long. Does any of this even matter? Yes, it does matter. Writing matters. This little dog design. Don't look at my mouth. Do men cough to like get a woman to look at them? I feel like if you've ever had a man stare at you and you know he's staring at you, but he feels like he thinks he's being like coy about it, but he's like with like his wife and kids, and then he'll be like because he's trying to like scare you and get you to like turn around to look at him. I really feel like that. I really feel like people do that. I really feel like men do that, and like I don't have any evidence towards it other than I notice the way they be coughing. Not that like maybe he's a smoker, but a smoker's cough is very, very specific. It's kind of like it's noticeable because it has everyone who has like a smoker's cough, they kind of cough in a similar way, and this is always different. This always sounds forced to get like everyone to look at them. Try to get like your attention. It's really stupid. Oh my goodness, there's like a pretty girl over there, a pretty woman over there. I'm gonna like cough. I'm gonna cough and sneeze real loud so that she looks in my direction and sees me. It's like we've already seen you and we're not looking at you because you're you. We're not interested. We have peripheral vision, you know. We can see you looking at us. Even if you're down at the bottom of the grocery store aisle and we're looking forward, we know you're there. We know you're there and we're not looking. And we see you go like staring straight at us. Anyway, sorry. It's just because I was at the grocery store earlier, I was just thinking about it, and I was thinking about like they do cough to try to get your attention. I'm 100% certain of it. I can't prove it, I have no evidence, but I really feel like they do. You can't prove me wrong that multiple people have had that thought in their head that I'm just going to cough really loud. Because why are you coughing while staring directly at me? Why are you putting like why are you doing a fake cough while staring directly at me? That clearly has to be the reason, is to get me to turn around and look at you. Because it was such a jarring, loud noise coming in that direction, coming from that direction. I'm not turning around to look at you because I know what you're doing, and I'm looking forward and I'm not moving specifically, and then I'm walking away. I just wanted to say that, put it out there. I was going to film another crow video because the crows, they all gather at sunrise and sunset, but it's raining outside, so I'm not gonna go stand outside in the rain at 4 p.m. sunset. The 4 p.m. sunset in the rain. It's pitch black outside right now. What time is it? It's 3. It's 3:14 and it's pitch black outside. Holy shit. It was like a dark blue hue coming from in between the curtains. You can't even see, but you can see the absence of light, right? Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Okay, whatever. You can see the clear absence of light. I really need to focus on my calorie deficit, and I got these 5 kilogram dumbbells, and you're probably like, that's not heavy enough. Yes, it is. It's really fucking heavy, actually. My arm's already getting tired. Fuck. Cause it's like, I'm just trying to get that lean vampire build, man. I'm just trying to not feel like bloated and fat. And so like right now I have a very small layer of like core muscle, but there's fat on top of it, and so it just makes me look fatter. I can't afford to be eating a lot. I can't afford it. But I can't eat the same thing every day. I can't consistently eat the same thing every day, because I get really like I get distracted easily, and I get bored easily, and sometimes I wake up and I'm like confused. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep, or maybe it's just a day where I'm like confused and sad, or maybe my pen ran out, and that's enough for me to just be like, I'm gonna go drink a beer. I'm gonna go drink a Polish beer and go to bed at 4 p.m. because that's what I did yesterday. It's like, fuck, well, my pen ran out, everything fucking sucks, I'm gonna go buy ice cream, and I'm gonna eat the ice cream in my bed and drink a beer, and then I'm gonna feel really, really sick afterwards, because it was one of those low-calorie ice creams with like sweeteners in it, and it's too much sweetener, and too much dairy, mixed with the carbonation of the beer that I drank really fast. And so I'm gonna have to like sit like this for like a good 10 minutes feeling like I'm gonna vomit, and then whenever I don't vomit and I burp instead, I immediately just lie down and fall asleep. That's how your femcell phenotype queen spends her evenings. I need to do something about this layer of hair over here. But do what? Do what? Hello? Okay, I'm done. I need to go. Is she sleeping? Is the little girl sleeping? Wow, she's really asleep. She's not even responding. Such a little lump.